Half-Life. You know, it just occurred to me how dark this background map is, actually. Then again, I don't play Half-Life Source very often, so it's not like I'd notice it. In any case, today I decided I'm doing something a little bit different. So there's this thing that you have in most games. It's called the ability to jump. We're just gonna do that and remove that ability entirely. The goal here is to get through the first Half-Life game in as few jumps as possible, which I don't think it's possible to do it in 0, but I don't know because I haven't put much effort into the entire game doing it before. I've tried like 1 or 2 chapters, and that was like over like a year ago, maybe 2. It's probably about 2 years at this point, so I don't remember anything from doing this before. I chose Half-Life Source to do this instead of the Gold Source version, despite the fact that I don't like the Source version of Half-Life that much, because it's the Source engine, and the Source engine opens up a couple more opportunities for this, both by it being a bit more busted, and it being a bit more refined. Now, I'm not saying the Source engine's worse than Gold Source. In every way, it's definitely better. But its new physics system and the problems that small issues and little glitches with it would be helpful here. So. Yo, this shit's back. Yes, it is. I set the difficulty to normal. As per usual. Why that's a big issue, or why that might be an issue, is because, probably having to do things like explosion jumping and stuff. I don't know if I'll have enough health and suit for that. But if it really comes to it, I can lower it or something, but I don't think that'll be necessary.
Good morning, and welcome to the Black Mesa.
In any case, yeah. No, I got.
This automated train is
sensitivity
for the security and convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel.
Oh, you walk at like the same speed that the train goes forward, so you can like cancel it out completely. That's kind of cool.
Topside temperature is 93 degrees.
Yeah, I haven't touched the Source version of Half-Life in forever, so I have to get used to some things like how strafing is different.
The Black Mesa compound is maintained.
It feels a little better strafing while moving forward and stuff. You know something I should actually do, because I'm downscaling this a bit. I should probably turn off motion blur. That would probably be the smart idea. Also, if there's any screen tearing or anything that bothers people, I can turn on vertical sync. I just turned it off recently, but because I don't notice it that much, and the little bits that do happen don't bother me that much.
If your intended destination is a high security area beyond,
I also messed with volume sliders because after editing in new software for the most recent video, I noticed problems with actual sound that I couldn't fix, so if either the game or me is too quiet or too loud, that can be fixed.
Before you will be permitted into the high security branch of the transit system.
You know, I really like the intro to the first Half-Life game. There was like no point for it to even exist. But Valve added in so much detail with this. Honestly, it adds a lot to Half-Life's universe.
No smoking, eating, or drinking are permitted within the Black Mesa transit system.
Like, you gotta think, in 98, like, there was no real point to add all of this, considering most FPS games there were just like, hey, you're just gonna start shooting things right away. But Half-Life was a little different in that it, you know, it started off without any of that. I think that's a little neat. Hey guys, look, Half-Life Source bugs. The helicopter's not on the ground like it's supposed to be. Wow. So cool.
Please stay away from electrified rails and proceed to an emergency.
Yeah, Half-Life Source has got a few problems. Like how you can soft lock at the beginning of the game by going too fast, but only sometimes. I don't know how that happens, but just game weird. I mean, obviously there are some upgrades and stuff, like the whole ragdoll things and whatnot, but actually never really liked ragdolls in the first Half-Life. It's weird. It's like I'm so used to just the death animations that ragdolls throw me off. Feels like cursed or something.
A reminder.
Oh yeah,
the
because
Black
music
Mesa
worked
Hazard
differently
Course decathlon
in
will commence this evening
the first
at
Gold Source engine than the Source
1900
engine did.
hours in the level 3
It means
facility.
that
The
going through map
semi-finals
loads
for
would
high
stop the
security
music,
personnel
which
will be
some
announced
Half-Life
in
maps
separate secure access
didn't really want
transition.
that to happen originally.
Remember,
So
your
the music
lives
just
and your
abruptly
own
stops
may
before like a
depend
big
on
fight or
your
something.
fitness. Do
You
have
can
a
also do
friend
the
or
crouching
relative who would
glitchy
make a
thing.
valuable
I don't know what to
addition
call
to the
this.
Black Mesa team?
I'm technically crouching right
Immediate
now.
openings are available
my hitbox
in
is
the
small.
areas of
Camera's up
materials
higher.
handling and low clearance security. Please contact Black Mesa.
You can get a
personnel
few
for
weird
further
source
information.
bugs.
If you have an associate
doing
with a
this.
background in the areas of theoretical physics,
Though back hopping was a thing. I know that.
or other high-tech disciplines, please contact our civilian recruitment division. The Black Mesa Research Facility is an equal opportunity employer.
Black Mesa. Boy howdy. I sure do hope that I just said that on ironic.
Mesa personnel. Regular radiation and biohazard
Oh boy, I
screenings
sure do
are
hope that no one
required
sabotages the big
upon
science
continued
experiment today.
employment in the Black Mesa Research Facility.
I hope that
Missing a scheduled
nothing bad
analysis or
happens, no one
radiation check
causes any
is
problems or
grounds for
causes anything to
immediate
go wrong. Hey,
termination.
who is that?
If you feel you have been exposed to radioactive
Yeah, he
or
probably
other
won't do
hazardous
anything that I
materials
just mentioned.
in the course of your duties,
I don't know.
contact your radiation safety officer immediately. Work safe.
I probably should have started at anomalous
Your
materials,
future
but
depends on it.
we're here now, so.
Now arriving at
I'm already
Sector
thinking of
C
some
test
sections of the
labs
game
and
that I have
control facilities.
no idea how I'm going to clear like this. Like, I have no idea how I'm going to actually make it work. Now, if for some reason I do have to do, like,
Please
some sort of
stand back
jump,
from the automated door and wait
like
for
I
the
determine there's
security
no way
officer
around
to
it,
verify your
I'm going
identity.
to,
Before exiting the train, be sure to check your area for personal
I'm going to,
belongings.
rebind my
Thank
spacebar
you,
temporarily.
and have a
for that.
very safe
Morning, Mr.
and
Freeman.
productive day.
Looks like you're running late.
Yeah, scripting's weird too. Normally he waits to talk once she finishes talking, but... Oh, I just literally tried run jumping. Figured out I can't. Oh yeah, I hope the downscaling looks fine, because this is a source of 1080, but downscaling to 720 because I can't go that high right now. And it's likely that the downscaling filter might look a little funny. But hopefully it's not awful. God, the lighting is so weird. Why is the lighting so odd? It's fine in here, but in here it's supposed to be brighter. I'm confused.
Hey, Mr. Freeman. I had a bunch of messages.
Half-Life Source is weird, man.
Something's hidden my glasses again.
Suit.
Welcome to the
Ridiculous ties.
HE-4 protective system for use in hazardous environment conditions. High impact reactive armor
Go right on through, sir. Looks like
Yeah,
you-
apparently if you go too fast here, sometimes the security guard just won't go to open stuff or open the door for you. I've encountered it a couple times, and there's an example of the music. Just stops. Oh yeah, and ladders work like they do in Half-Life 2, so you can't like speed up ladders or anything.
Absolutely.
But they also lock you onto them in like a certain way, so you can't just like slide off at random, which is kind of nice.
Ah, Gordon, here you are.
This guy's
We
floating.
just sent the sample down to the test chamber.
We've boosted the anti-mass spectrometer to 105%.
Einstein, you good?
Bit of gamble, but we need the extra resolution.
The administrator is very concerned that we get a conclusive analysis of today's sample. I gather they went to some lengths to get it.
They're waiting for you, Gordon, in the test chamber.
Come on, I want to go see the guys. They're gonna see them. Look, it's Eli and Kleiner, guys.
It's about to go critical.
What the hell is going on with our
I don't
equipment?
think you really learned about that until like Half-Life 2.
This in the first
But that is Eli and Kleiner. I think Eli specifically mentions that he sends you up for help after the Resonance Cascade in 2. I forget what specifically mentions Kleiner being there. I
We'll be
think you can
deviating
push
a
these
bit
and
from
source.
standard analysis procedures today, Gordon.
Have to wait.
Yes, but with good reason. It's a rare opportunity for us. This is the purest sample we've seen yet.
I will admit I like Half-Life 2's flashlight more than I like Half-Life
Now to
1's.
follow standard insertion procedures.
And then get this flashlight's better.
I don't know how you can say that, although I will admit that the possibility of a resonance cascade scenario is extremely unlikely.
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. He's a highly trained professional. We've assured the administrator that nothing will go wrong.
Oh, my-
Yes, you're right. Gordon, we have complete
Slightly
confidence in
taller
you.
than the scientist in Half-Life
Go ahead.
Source.
Let's let him in now.
Is Gordon Freeman slightly taller in Source? Is that... It's probably because, like, the scale and the player height in the Source engine might be a bit taller. Oh, this room's lighting is all weird, too. I'm sorry I'm going, like, just saying all this stuff, but, like...
Everything seems to be in order.
It throws me off every time. I'm so used to Gold Source, because I
Alright, Gordon,
much
your
prefer
suit
Gold
should keep
Source.
you comfortable through all this. The
Well, this isn't
specimen
super
will
loud.
be delivered to you in a few moments. If you would be so good as to climb up and start the rotors, we can bring the anti-mass spectrometer to 80% and hold it there until the carrier arrives.
It also feels weird because, like, some sounds are high quality and others are low. Now, one of the things I picked Source for, by the way, is these slope surfaces. If you run into them, you, like, bounce up off of them.
Very good. We'll take it from here.
Power to stage 1 emitters in 3.
So, quick little
2,
slopes like that
1.
can, like, send you up,
I'm seeing predictable phase arrays.
and it's very helpful. Now, something we need to figure out is, in unforeseen consequences, how do we get out of this?
Activating now.
Like, there doesn't seem to be much of a way to
Gordon,
do
we
that.
cannot predict how long the system can operate at this level, nor how long the reading will take. Please, work as quickly as you can.
I need to figure out a way to do that. Figure some of the debris
Capacitors
might
to
help.
105%. It's probably not a problem. Probably, but I'm showing a small discrepancy in, well, no, it's well within acceptable bounds.
Think my save and load buttons? Yeah, okay. They're bound to my mouse.
I've just been informed
This is good
that
to know.
the sample is ready, Gordon. It should be coming up to you any moment now. Look to the delivery system for your specimen.
Because, like, see, I can... Oh, you have to actually push it in Source, right? Pressing E and trying to pull it doesn't actually really work
Get
that much.
away from the beat.
As you can see, now I'm kind of stuck in here.
Attempting shutdown. It's not.
Can't really get out of
It's
this.
not shutting down. It's not.
Maybe I can. Right, like, you gotta figure... Hey! That's not gonna work in unforeseen consequences. But... well, maybe it will. I don't know. I guess there's some way to try, but I'm pretty sure that cart is gone. Well, I don't think it's gone, but I think it's actually buried at the start of unforeseen consequences, just under debris. Because, see, I don't think there's any way around this here. Yeah, the cart's gone. Like, there's nothing I can do to get out of here doing that. I mean, I've got this stuff in here, but, like, this doesn't really do much. So I don't think there's anything the player can do without... or anything the player can do in this specific first situation. There's nothing that can be done here. You can't, like, get under anything or whatever. That would really help. I think this is, like, just barely high enough that the player can't step on it like it's a stair. So I think the first actual jump that you do here, there's nothing you can do about it, and you have to press spacebar like once to get out. I mean, obviously I'm still gonna try, but I don't see much else that one can do. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything here. It looks like it's slightly misaligned, but it isn't. There's just a tiny gap. Yeah, I think this one, there's not much we can do. Okay. Let's do it. And get ourselves out of here real quick. So there's that. So right at the start of the game here, you have to do that once. Here, this is also there, but I think... Come on, fall down. I know you fall. Yeah, that can be used for that. Just gotta use the little ramp thing I mentioned. Can't get up on top of it there. Can you? You can get up on top of this, but it doesn't really help. So... okay, maybe if I load my save. I loaded back to this. Okay, that one doesn't count because we already did that one. We've accounted for that this is a requirement. So if we don't make that one fall down, is there like any different like thing we can do? I don't know what that was. There is this. But I'm not quite sure what that would do for us. Where's this? I do wonder if this thing falling down is random every time. It is. Oh. Okay. So you just kind of have... okay, so we could probably make this go into the right spot if we keep trying this. That's not that bad of a spot for this. I don't know if I can ramp up onto it. Oh, I can. I don't know if I can make that, though. I'm fairly certain that you can't make that. Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's definitely too far away. Oh, well, get close. If you can make it, it's just barely. At least from here. Ramping off of a tiny surface like this is proving to be a bit hard. No. I think we need to fall closer. I mean, that looks really good, but can I even get onto that? Like... I don't see myself as being able to get on top of this one. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I don't think there's much I can do with that either. Oh! It fell into, like, the same spot. Kind of. Yeah, it definitely doesn't go high enough to get me up there, but actually that little tiny sticky out part there might actually be the key to this. Shoot. 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 Got this. No, I can't, like, curve around that and fall onto it. So I guess for this one, it's mostly just trying to manipulate this to fall into just the right spot. I can get on top of that. I don't know if I could fall around that, though. Like, I don't think that would be safe to do. So I might... Oh, wait. Oh! Okay, okay. Oh, that's definitely... I think we found the right spot. I think we found the right spot. A button challenge. That's exactly what this is. It's like the same as the Mario 64 one. Except, you know, this time it's the spacebar, or whatever the hell people bind their jump key to. Though granted, if you're playing on unless you're playing on a controller, why would you pick anything other than the spacebar? I mean, maybe specifically for stuff like this, I guess. This one that's out of the way would keep me from having to rebind it constantly. I can do this. I probably can. I think I need to actually keep holding forward and then glide down this thing. I don't know what this thing is called. All I know is it was floating. Alright, well. No, okay. Damn it. The one time I get it again, and now I can't do it. I did it. I'm good. I don't remember. I've only ever seen Quadrazid do the Half-Life in under 21 minutes thing. I never actually saw much of his stuff. I'm so not used to this game having Source Engine stuff. I don't play Half-Life Source at all, man. Mainly because I don't like it. Yes, I'm using Half-Life Source. I don't like Half-Life Source in comparison to the Gold Source version, if I'm being honest. It's somehow more broken. But that might help.
Get to the surface as soon as you can and let someone know we're stranded down here.
Plus, I guess maybe I just like the original feel of the game better. Like, for example, I'm so used to Gold Source that, like, seeing ragdolls in Half-Life 1 looks cursed to me. Oh, yeah. That's something I've always wondered is how people TAS games. I have never found out how to do it for Half-Life. Like, I'm sure I've tried a lot of things on my own. I've tried CFG files that input things for me, and I've tried using AutoHotkey. That latter one, I tried using AutoHotkey for this to see if I can, like, essentially get it to do the same inputs every time. And it kind of worked. But it seemed like it just was random. Sometimes something would be a bit different. I guess it's because it's dependent on frame rate. I think I'd have to figure out a way to keep my frame rate, like, exact the entire time. And I'm not exactly sure how I would do that, because even the tiniest fluctuations in frame rate would throw it off. Because, like, sure, at the start, it getting thrown off, like, the tiniest amount might not look like much. Ow, that hurt. But once you get further and further into the run, because you'd be using, like, the same script for, like, a long stretch, it would be... or it would desync pretty quickly. How the hell do I do this? I've got this chair. Well, I can step up onto this chair, so that's definitely a start. And I can push this one. So I figure... the option here is to do this. Maybe. I have to do the thing. I did it! See what if... oh, yeah. Yeah, no. Because, like, using that sort of thing is dependent on frame rate, it's weird. In that it's, like, harder to do consistently. So it makes me wonder, like, if I were to try doing that... well, I'd probably have better luck once I go about getting a newer computer, because then I could actually run things a little bit smoother. Because even with this, right, it still fluctuates by, like, a couple of frames per second every now and then. But that's still enough to cause a problem with that. Oh god, I forgot. Head crabs die in one hit in Source. They don't do that in the Gold Source version. They take 3 crowbar strikes, which is weird, but... hi, scientist.
I certainly hope you know what you're doing.
I think I do. Hello? That hurts a lot, actually.
Warning. Vital signs critical.
Has its own task commands? That might work there. Here, plugins and stuff. I might look into that, because it's stuff I'm curious about. I mean, I can't say I don't speedrun, because I've done Half-Life 1 speedruns and stuff before. But I'm not good at it. I mean, yeah, sure, beating an 8-hour game in an hour and 30 minutes is, like, you know, that's definitely cool, but it's nowhere near as good as stuff that some people manage to pull off. What was the world record for Half-Life? Wasn't it, like, 30 to 40 minutes, I think? I'm fairly certain. I haven't checked in a bit, so for all I know, it could have been updated. Unless I'm thinking of Half-Life 2. I forgot I can't press space to swim up. Because I think Half-Life 2's is like 50 minutes. At least for inbound stuff. Well, actually, no. I don't think Half-Life 2 has out of bounds. I think it has Void Clip or whatever that was. And that's like a different category. I didn't slow down fast enough. That hurt a lot. I think I actually need to load a save. Because I need more health. Maybe don't break my legs this time. That's not good for me. Shocker, I know. Breaking bones is not good for you, but turns out 9 out of 10 doctors do not recommend breaking your bones. And I'm fairly certain the one who does is the medic from TF2. 20... Jesus, that's... I don't know what else to say other than that's incredible. Okay, for this, like... the only thing I can think of here... God, the lighting in this room is off in Source. This is normally a lot brighter. The thing I can think of here is that, like, normally you jump across this and then do hops up here to either jump down there or go through the vent. I'm thinking that... because grenades can't launch you unless you're in the air. So, if I run off this platform right as this explodes, it might launch me across. But this could take a few attempts. And I can't guarantee that it'll work at all. Well, it does launch me. I should probably actually see how long this takes. I'm fairly certain it's 5 seconds for Half-Life 1's grenades. It's actually a little less, I think. Okay, so it's a little, like, about 3-4 seconds instead of 5. Hey! That was actually less attempts than I thought it would be. That was actually kind of cool. I also know that there are some tricks you can't do in Source as well. So these crates, It's something I've never pulled off, but in Gold Source, you can, like, grab them, stand on them, and fling yourself across here. You can't do that in the Source version. At least, to my knowledge, you can't. But span, like, 3 times, it puts you a few feet in the air. In the Source version, you get something that's a bit weirder. It does the weird thing that Half-Life 2 does, where if you spam crouch, you can, like, make it so you're technically crouching, but your camera is up here. So things will try and shoot at your face, and they can't hit you, and you can shoot over stuff or have your head clip through the map. But when it comes to spamming crouch, it does the same thing it does in Source. It doesn't really lift you up at all. But I think I know exactly what you're referring to when it comes to Gold Source, because I think I've had that happen to me on complete accident. What the hell do I do here? Oh. Well, that launches me off the ladder. So this is a case of I have to blow myself up again. I'm guessing. It's the best way I see to do this. But I have to let go of the ladder when I do it, which means I have to hit the ceiling. Because hitting the ceiling causes me to dismount because the ceiling is sloped. So if I just get to as close to the top as possible. Yeah. I'm fine. This has to be possible, right? That might put me up just high enough. Although I could probably use this hole here to make myself airborne, but with that, how would that fling me? Not in any useful direction, because I'd be slightly off to the side unless I use the sides, I guess? Hope you can airstrafe. The only game I can airstrafe in is Team Fortress 2. So... And I'm fairly certain that version of Source is slightly different than this one. Actually. Well, that's not where I wanted that. That might work. Because this will actually be pushing me from below. It almost looks like I can just... Oh, I don't even need to do that. I can just bounce off the ceiling. Okay. Oh, these actually move in Source. I forgot about that. Hi. Death. How's it going? Ladder strafing? I can't say I've even heard the term before, so... Because you gotta remember, like, whenever I've done speedruns of Half-Life 1, and Red here can confirm because he's seen me do them, I can't even bunny hop correctly. Like, I could run jump, but that doesn't actually speed you up in Gold Source. I've, like, tried looking how to do it, and I've never been able to pull it off correctly. Like, I can do simple things like, this doesn't work in Source, but you can hit the button and then be outside the elevator sort of thing. Like, I can do that, but... You know, I can't say I'm exactly a huge professional when it comes to this. Fairly certain I'm a bit of a noob with it, but... That's not supposed to stick through the ceiling. Flawless. Something else I do know is that, like, doing this on the ground doesn't launch you at all. But for some reason, if I do it while walking up against a prop, it pushes me up, I'm pretty sure. Or at least, if I start crouching when I do it, I'm pretty sure. I've done it before. I remember when I tried this, like, months ago. I didn't get very far, but this was how I got through this. I just don't remember what exactly I did. Because I remember it involved moving against this. Maybe I have to, like, be pushing it actively, so it can't be against a wall. I feel like there's something I'm missing. Yeah, no. The thing I never understood with bunny hopping in Half-Life 1 was that, like, I guess you're supposed to use A and D inputs and like airstrafe while you're doing it to gain speed and go faster. But I've never figured out how to make that work. And I think that's the one part I could do. Because I can just keep jumping and stuff like that, but I can never actually gain speed from doing it. So there's like never like anything I can do. Or like never anything I've been able to do to gain speed in that regard. I don't remember how I did this. I know this is possible. I've seen myself... I've done it before. Was I just, like, timing it and just crouching? Or is there something else I'm missing? No. Maybe. What happens if I try, like, pulling this while I'm doing this? Well, that pushed me up slightly. Or unless the screen shake just made it look like that. But... No, because I'd need multiple things for that. I do remember just, like, figuring out something on my own in a similar area. Or in Office Complex, though, when I did this before. How did I do this before? I don't remember. I know it involved this table. Walking up against the table is what caused it to do that. Maybe I didn't crouch. It doesn't make any sense, because normally crouching gives you extra height with things when it comes to explosive jumping. It's like, what's the difference? If you time your jumps wrong. Yeah, because the longer you're on the ground, the more time friction has to do stuff. It works similar, like, accelerated back hopping in Half-Life 2 I can do. And that I'm familiar with. Under the table? Maybe. Does that do anything to the table? It doesn't appear to. I wonder if it... No, it would have to fling me up, but how? I swear I've done this before. My brain doesn't recall how it's done. Funny wavy line go zoom. Zoom. Maybe I moved it back a little bit, and then that was what I did. Actually, I'm starting to think. I think what I actually did was this. I think I had it slightly away from the wall, and then when it blew up, I was pushing, like, actively pushing this. So part of me wonders if, like, me having that. Maybe it was pushing it against the wall, but... I'm trying to remember how this is done. I'm currently removing Gordon's shins. I'm guessing that's accelerated side hopping. That's all I can think of. Because I also know that there's back hopping and there's forward hopping as well. I've never figured out how to do forward hopping. Because from my understanding, I always found that back hopping was because you can only move so far forward, and the game doesn't just cap you, it tries applying a backward force to slow you down. So when you back hop, you are basically tricking the game into thinking that you're going forward when you're actually going backwards, so it applies backward speed to slow you down, but it speeds you up and so on. I'm fairly certain that's how it works, because I'm pretty sure that's the way Source does it, but I could be entirely incorrect. Source... The code for Source is a spaghetti monster, though, so, I mean, we've determined this. It's hard to understand. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this. My brain doesn't work. Part of me wonders if there are other props I can push that might help with this. But I think these don't move. Yeah, those don't move, so... How did I do this with this table before? What about this table did that? I know it was the table that was the key part. Maybe it's because I was... I don't know. I guess I'm just going to try the same thing over and over again until I give up on it. What if it was just me crouching? That doesn't do anything. I actually don't remember how I did this. I'm gonna see if me actively, like, pushing it makes a difference. No. I think the only way I can think I did this before was I had to have done something that lifted me off the ground. So you know what? Yeah, the Z coordinate does change. Sometimes when I do this, it goes up to 50. So moving against the table lifts me slightly. So if I'm in a situation where that... Oh, I like glide on this. Oh, that's weird. It's only on the center of the table, though. And it's very finicky. I think that's how I did it then. Before. I was in an area where it was at 50, and it flung me up. Or does it not? No, the table doesn't appear to go up at all. It seems like items like this in Half-Life Source just don't go up. I mean, they kind of can, but that requires Gordon carrying an entire table on his head. Oh, actually. Oh, that affects my eye position. Yeah, so that definitely lifts me up slightly, and I think that's probably what's happening. So maybe I am actually running out of flashlight. I don't think I've ever had the flashlight run out before. Granted, the flashlight lasts an absurd amount of time in first Half-Life game. That is true. I could probably use this. The only problem would be moving the table while I'm on top of it. Maybe I can. I don't know. I've only ever managed to do that with 2 props before, though. Like, I figure maybe just using this... Yeah, that pushes me up. But I can't move the table while I'm on it. So what do I do about that? Because the only way I know how to do it is to stack a prop behind it and pull that prop. And then that pushes the one I'm on. I mean, unless I do this again and launch myself at the window. It might work. Maybe. If I time it right. I don't think I'd go far enough, though. Although, I did push the table a small bit when I got onto it. Which makes me think maybe I could get it to move forward a little bit further by using this. That might be possible. I'm gonna see. Load save just before that. I should actually push this and just see how far I can go doing this in particular. Because I don't actually know just how far this can take me. Although, if I had to guess based on where the table was before, I kind of want to say I could land it right there, maybe? It is a bit far, though. And I also have to actually time this right. Grenades are about 3.5 seconds-ish, I think? I think that's it. This is weird because, like, the ones in Half-Life 2 have an auditory indicator. And that's what I've been playing recently, so I'm used to them doing that, so this throws me off slightly. Oh, more Eric, sorry. Yeah.
I just wonder if that sticks around with Gold Source or with the... Wow, okay. With this being Half-Life Source. Because this is, I think... Well, no, this can't be the same version that they used in Half-Life 2, because if it was, then the accelerated backhopping would work in this, and it doesn't. I've tried it before. But that also implies they used the same version of the Source engine that they did for Half-Life 2 in games like Portal, I think. Because that also works in Portal. But I think those are the only official Source games that... Oh, that's not where that's supposed to be. Well... Those are the only official Valve Source games that actually... Okay, I can't go that far. Needs to be a little bit further back. Yeah, I think those are the only ones that let you use accelerated backhopping. Is game code, yeah. I don't remember exactly which games let you do it, but I'm fairly certain it's... Oh, I saved at a bad time for that. Whoops. I'm pretty sure it's Half-Life 2 in the episodes and then Portal, but not Portal 2. Because Portal 2 uses an updated version of the engine that I think Left 4 Dead 2 also uses. Or maybe... No, I think original Left 4 Dead also uses that. I don't remember. Brain not work. Granted, my brain doesn't work half the time, so this is nothing new. As evidenced by me continuing to try this despite it clearly not working. You have to step off at a certain point. Oh, I have to go at a very specific spot. So that I actually fall for a couple seconds. Well, not a couple seconds, but, you know. Small amount of time. So you had higher jumps. Oh, yeah. And I think in Portal 2 they also had disabled things like crouch jumping as well. In relation to that. I haven't seen a Portal 2 speedrun before. I've seen little tricks that some people use. Then some of those are really cool. And I've tried speedrunning Portal before, but I have never... well, actually, no. I have attempted Portal 2 before. But when that happened, the game crashed like halfway through, and I suddenly lost all drive and want to do it. I mean, I wasn't doing anything spectacular in terms of pace, because I don't know how to speedrun Portal 2. I know, like, very few small tricks, but that's about it. How did I do this last time? I actually don't remember. This is probably very boring. I apologize. Me attempting to get onto a table without using my legs to jump and instead destroying my shins in the process. But I don't think I needed those anyway. They're non-essential, I think. I think. Part of me just wants to try the running alongside the table and letting it explode to see if me bumping up at any point causes it to do that. Because I've seen that me running... I'm waiting too long. I don't know what I'm doing. This uneven ground has worked. Except for when I go too early. Better your shins than your thighs. I mean, maybe. I don't know, which is more essential? Granted, if you lost your thighs but not your shins, wouldn't you just have, like, really tiny legs with no knees? I don't know if I should have put that image in anyone's brain. Alright, I'm gonna try the other thing I thought of, which is running alongside this while it does that. Because I'm trying to think back to how I did this back when I did it like 2 years ago. And I feel like I was running alongside the table, like gliding on the side of it. Because that does do the thing where it lifts me slightly. But I'm not sure how I did that. All I remember is that there was something about doing this that pushed me up. And I don't remember if I had to be crouching for it or not. I'm fairly certain I did, though. But I don't remember why. I mean, unless something changed, but I don't think... No, what am I saying? Like, like this would be updated. Okay, I'm starting to think that maybe I'm not able to pull this off again. We might just have to suck it up and jump through the window. Because we're an hour in and we're at this point of Office Complex. This is not looking too good. No, that doesn't help anything, just holding it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like me doing... I wonder if me doing this helps. Did I get flung up a small bit through that? Yeah, no, that's just me seeing things because it's shaking the screen. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, I think we're just gonna have to jump through this. We've been here for like 50 minutes. I know I've done this before, so I'm gonna reevaluate this at some point. I'm gonna bind this to a key that's not in use, but one that I probably won't accidentally hit. That's move right. What the? That way I have a key for it. Just don't use it very much. Well, there's one in Office Complex, and then we had one in Unforeseen Consequences. So, although this one has potential for me to... I am not on hard. I'm on normal. Because that's how I normally did it. Although, I think with how often I have to blow myself up, I might actually need to lower it at some point. Wait, hard makes explosive boost stronger? Or is it the other way around? Granted, it's not like I was getting any boost to begin with, so... Well, yeah, that was my hope. Unless my own grenades don't hurt me as much at that point, but I could be wrong. That being said, I still think this area has the most potential to save something. The first one at the beginning of Unforeseen Consequences. Okay, I'll give it a shot and see how it works. Because I don't know. Does that damage me more, though, is the question. So, doing this thing again, I'm going to move this back just in case I get it on the first try, but... if I fly a little further, it's likely that I could possibly hit that in some way. Will I? I have no idea. Actually, I don't think that makes much of a difference in how much damage it deals to me. Because it looks like my own weapons do the same amount of damage to myself. It's just that enemies will do more to me. I think the problem is I'm, like, not, like, falling down. I'm gliding down because of the sloped piece. The only place I can be slightly airborne for a short amount of time is here. Okay, yeah. Oh boy. I keep forgetting that these things... I keep forgetting that the ones in Half-Life 1 are so much shorter on the timer than they are in 2. And it throws me off every time! Okay, wait. HP from explosions, okay. Knockout gets decided how much damage you take. Oh! Oh, okay. I was trying to get myself more upward force, but I guess maybe setting it on the edge here might be better. I don't actually know. I'm going to be honest with you, I've never actually done it like this before. I remember somehow doing it on this table, but I don't remember how I did it up against the table before. All I know is that going up against the table does change my height value slightly. Or, like, my Z value. Which I think had something to do with it, but I don't remember how it worked last time I did it. I'm not entirely familiar with the physics in Half-Life Source in comparison to other Source games, though, so... I mean, I obviously know it's different. Especially because there aren't really any regular props. Like, Gordon can't just press E to pick things up in this. Yeah, it's probably because the game tries... Oh, no, it's because I don't have any height to begin with, so it doesn't push me up at all. But when I do this, it moves me slightly. Actually, that makes me wonder. If this pushes me up slightly, and I have this, and I run into it while I'm doing this, what happens? Oh. Well, shit. Well, that makes things easier. If getting onto it here, anyway. No, I specifically chose Half-Life Source because it was easier to do this with. When I did it 2 years ago, it was on Source. I remember I did originally give it a try on Gold Source, but found out that the physics engine change in Source made some things possible that weren't possible in Gold Source, and it seemed like more of an advantage to use this. So, the furthest I got was, I think, I started We've Got Hostiles. I don't think I ever got any further than that. Now, if I get more of an explosion boost from this... could I use that here? Assuming that's how it works in Source. No, it doesn't seem to do very much. I have a dumb idea that's not going to work. No, those wouldn't explode fast enough. There's no way I could do it twice. That would be cool. I would use the table, like, pushing it, but there's no way I could actually... I mean, unless explosions push it, but I don't think it will. That move it at all? I don't think it did. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't do very much. So, me walking into the table makes getting up here easier. Using this. Or at least it did before. Unless it was just a coincidence and I managed to actually time it correctly the one time the table was too close. Which is possible. But... oh, that's too early. Yeah, no, that does seem to make it easier. I wonder if that's like what I did then. Because what the hell was that? Oh, it's because this is slightly sloped and I bumped into a wall and it did the weird thing that I did before. Because now the only thing I can think of doing is just this. And just crouching at the right time. But I don't know if that'll do much. Do I even need to use a grenade to get on top of this if it just pushes me up slightly when I do that? I don't! I just kind of bounce onto the table when it does this. So there's that. I wonder if that's just a cause of the uneven ground or if I can just occasionally run into the table and just bounce up. I don't think I can. Then again, there was the thing that you could do in Gold Source where you could, like, take objects and push them really fast while on top of them, but I can't do that here, so... I don't know. I think this one I might actually just have to look at it later. I don't know why I saved right there. That doesn't do much for me. It's too early. Yeah, it doesn't seem like doing that does much. Unless I do a funny and I push this. Because that's using uneven ground, right? Part of me wonders... Can I... I'm doing weird stuff now. I don't actually know if this is going to function right. But I can use this here to pop up on top of that, because I guess I'm hitting a wall. With this. What was that? Where did all of that speed come from? What? I think we found a method. Maybe. How do I recreate that? What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. What? I need to figure out what I just did. I did it again. Can I get on top of the table when that happens? Is that possible? How did I do that? What even... That's like when you try and push or pull things in Half-Life 1 and they just go flying. How did I do that? Because I can get up here. I can't get on top of this light. Well, maybe I can, but... What did I just do with this table, is what I want to know. No, you can. Because, see, my original thought was get on top of the light, push the table slightly so it's a bit further forward, but I don't think that would actually work now, looking at it. I'm more curious about what the hell I did with the table to send it flying. I don't know what I did. I did it like twice, and now I can't do it again. Was I up against a wall? Like, was it when I crouched into it? Maybe, because it puts me slightly airborne, so maybe what happened was I ended up hitting it mid-air or something, and it just flung me into it and sent it outward. Which, thinking about it, means that, because that flung me forward too. If I could figure out how to consistently do this, because I can get on top of this. Did you press E? Good question. No, but pressing E made me get on top of it sooner? Maybe? I don't know what that was. Pressing E at all doesn't seem to do much. Seems like the movement on the table is a bit weird here. I just kind of ran into it and crouch walked. Or like crouched right when I hit it, and I'm not sure what did that. Now I have to figure out what it is because I want to know. Hello? Table? What are your secrets? What did you do? I know how to get onto the table in the spot I don't need to be on the table at. I'm guessing that's what I did. I'm guessing I just kind of hit the table part of the way through, and then it just did that. Except it freaking went. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. This game is weird. What? What about this sent it flying? Why do I just... Does it have to... something to do with, like, the weird sloped ground here? It has to, because that's the only way I could see this happening, but... I'm not sure what about it is weird. That caused it to just go flying across the room suddenly. I can't seem to recreate it more than twice, though. I'm not sure why. And I'm not sure where I ran into it. Because head-on does that. Going to the side does nothing. So... do that. The way it causes my camera to shake, though, is weird. Like, it's definitely moving my view height when it does that. What does that? I'm so confused. Shit's looking whack. Yes, it is. I don't know. This table's weird. And now I can't get onto it at all. Why do I just, like, pop up when that happens? What about this table is so special? Other than it being kind of a physics object. What? I'm so confused. That time it didn't even move. It just pushed me up. Looks like I just teleported onto it. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to blame you. Because I've seen what you do to crates. And you make them start rolling because you're weird. Part of me wonders if I hit a cockroach with it and then it just kind of pushed it. It sounds weird, but I almost wouldn't doubt that happening. What the... It just bounced off of what? I don't know. Yeah, so I can get onto it then. Without much issue by just using this, like, area here. But getting past this point is a bit of a problem. Because I don't know how I'm going to get much. Well, maybe actually if I put this... I have put a lot of effort into this one. But now the table started flying, and I don't know why. Yeah, I wouldn't reach this end doing that. And I don't think I can throw these fast enough. So for now, I think I'm just going to consider that this here was done using 1 for now. But I know there's potential there. I also want the shotgun. I'm pretty sure I can. This is what I mean! The cockroaches are weird, dude. If I roll the crate over the cockroach, it causes the crate to just tilt. It's so weird. I don't know why they do that, but they do. I figured that out when I was messing around in... Oh, hi. When I was messing around in, one part of Office Complex. And I'm always thought of, it being useful for, like, ramping for this. Because that was before I stopped doing this for some reason. I have old videos I did with that. I remember there was a guy who responded to it, too, because I made a video on the topic. Granted, it was not a very... Oh. Oh. Well, I mean, we've got crates for this one, but I've kind of broke all of them. Oh, no, I've got this one. How would I get on that, though? Can I break just one of these? No, those crates are stacked together. But there's like no way to get on top of that. But then there's this ladder here. I have an idea. How many of these did I break? Okay, that's too many. Okay, that's not where I want to go. It's this quick save. I have to pop through this again. Just ignore that. Can I make that work? I don't know. That's the answer to that. But I'm bringing boxes with me. Because of this. I don't think this is going to work. But I also can't exactly say it's not going to either. Just hopefully I don't accidentally break these somehow. It's also faster to pull things than it is to push them. Oh, that's a bit of an issue. What the? It flew off very fast. And I don't know how it did that. In words of Hannibal Buress, whack. That's what this is. I didn't mean to do that. Accidentally left clicked. I need the box. Okay, first I should actually see if it's possible to get on top of these boxes doing this. Because, like, there's this ladder here. So surely, like, I can get up on top of this. Maybe if I move it there. Oh. I'm stuck. Nope. That wall is just curved. Okay, yeah, no, that's possible. Which means I also need this one, then. And try not to break the other boxes. Oh, alright, look. Random bullet spread. Alright. Although, from my experiences in TF2, that usually makes me miss shots I should have hit, but that's besides the point. The point is, I do not control the spread of my shotgun. Okay, so I did get on top of that before. I just need to not bonk my head on the ceiling. Should be helpful. Maybe it would also help if these were pushed closer. Why does this crate look slightly red in that lighting? That's weird.
Smell an ambush. We better be careful.
Okay, surely I can do this. Yeah. So the way I would move using these two props is by doing this. Because this is possible. The problem is I'm crouching here, which means this is painfully slow. Actually, because I can constantly move these two props.
Get my hands on the guy
Keep moving this.
mess.
Figure out a way to move that more sideways. Move this one behind it.
Bad feeling about this.
And then I should be able to just pull it backwards. So theoretically, I can just use this to go all the way through that window and office complex. It takes a while. But, you know, it's not like we're building up speed for 12 hours. I'm gonna save, because part of me wonders if these crates are going to shatter inexplicably for no reason. I'm not saying that will happen, but I am saying I don't doubt the possibility that it could happen. Knowing this physics sometimes. It's like when you're playing Garry's Mod and you're just about to put something together on your base and then it just explodes for no reason whatsoever. Which could be the result of props doing funny things sometimes. Or, I mean, it could also be the result of the guy who set off the nuke halfway across the map. Honestly, it could be either at this point. No! Fell off.
This place.
Oh, I have to go back through the loading screen again. Can't touch the loading trigger here. Or is this already through it? I don't actually know. It might be. This is the most intriguing gameplay I'm aware. I'm so good at this. Until I accidentally left click and cause this entire thing to get screwed over. Or one of these blocks spontaneously explodes. Honestly, like I say, it could be one or the other. Because sometimes those things happen. I think it would be really funny if I ended up getting caught on like that door frame there and just couldn't go over it. Granted, I'm sure there are more boring things I could be doing than this. There was one stream I considered at one point that I ended up not doing because I thought it was boring, but I don't remember what the concept was. Probably because it was boring and I stopped caring about it. But I think it had to do with random source engine shenanigans. Which, speaking of which, I made a video about how, like, big the map is way back when. Like, that really big informational video I did, and I'm still proud of it. That was probably one of the coolest things I've made. Aside from, you know, the videos of me being an idiot, which apparently get views for some reason, but they do. I made that video, like, 2 years ago now, I think. And the thing is, right, like, I want to make another one. And I've had a script for one that just doesn't sit right. It's like, it's weird. Like, the way it goes, or the way the script sounds just doesn't seem right to me. But the other problem I have is that it has a lot of math that I had to do in it, and I am not sure any of that is correct, because I'm dealing with numbers in the trillions or higher with some of these. And, I did it. Ow, ow. Pain. We're fine. For what? Okay, surely I can do this, right? Yeah, yep, there we go. Dude, can I show the weird thing where you do the crouch thing and it just... Come on. There we go. Let me in. No! Oh, well. Ow. Because on the original video I did, I just talked about, I tried to go out as far as I could. And I started seeing, like, the whole, like, weapons and stuff, like the models breaking and stuff, and I explained why that happened, because of how floating point numbers happen. And how the models are made and whatnot. And it was really cool. And then I wanted to make another one that talks about the size of things and the scale and whatnot. Like, for example, how, map size video? No. I just kind of went out and see how far out it would take for the game to crash. And it was cool to see. And I wanted to have a scale video be the next one, talking about things like, how big some of the props are. Because hammer units can be converted to real units. Like, that's just a thing that can happen. Because they have an actual measurement. How do I... Oh my god, am I going to have to do that crate thing again? I might have to, actually. But I don't think I have enough crates. I have this crate. I don't think I can get it through here, though. So I don't think that's actually an option. Right? Because I think this one's too thick. Oh my god, no, no, wait. No, it does not fit through the door. So that doesn't work. But part of me wonders, cockroach. No. I need you to tilt the crate. What are you doing? I need your help. Yes. No. Yes. No. 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 I don't even know how to help. But yeah, no, I was talking about different things, like how the Citadel is, like, I think over, like, a mile or something tall. And how, There was a lot of small things like that. Oh, and how the player is way too short. Because in Valve games, the player is 72 units tall and all the NPCs are about the same. And it's really funny because in real life terms, that's 4'6". And that is not that tall, like, at all. Like, Danny DeVito is taller than the player in Half-Life 2 because of that. Now, obviously, Gordon Freeman's actual height is taller. I think people estimate it to be, like, what? Like, 5'8", 5'10", that sort of thing. But, I don't know what to do here. Could I do anything? Would that work? I don't actually know. Let's find out. Can I get it to work this time? I don't think so. But it does do the weird thing where I walk up against this and it does that. I'm going to see if me pulling it actively causes that. No. Okay. Then, I don't know what to do. Wait. Maybe I could tilt this small one using a cockroach and then... I just have to find one that isn't dead. As it would appear I have squished a couple. Hello? Jerry? Jerry? I don't know where he is. Where are they? Cannot find them.
I don't know if we should go any further.
Well, they're not back here. Aha! I remember the cockroaches in the first game are scared of light. I remember that as a thing. Where'd they go? I've lost them already. Did I just hear something break? I think I just heard a wood crate break in the distance, but where did... That has to be the next room over. The only thing I can think of that did that is that a cockroach went into the crate, and it caused it to roll, and then it got stuck or something and broke itself. I feel like I've been saying a lot of things and just not finishing my thoughts. Because I get distracted really easily. Oops. That's... Where is... Go. There is... Hey, you. Tilt this box. Yeah! That is really weird, and I don't know why it works like that. Okay, so what does this do for me? I don't think it actually does much. Yeah, that's slightly tilted. That's probably because I'm downscaling this slightly, because 720 takes considerably less internet data to upload, because haha data caps go burr. Those are fun, but how do I... Okay, so I tilted this slightly. What does that do for me? Let's tilt the big one. Hit it! Do it! Where'd it go? It's over there. ramble on. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know what I just hurt myself with that. I don't think I've ever done that before. I don't entirely know what I'm talking about because I'm being honest, I still don't entirely know why this works. No! I killed Jerry! No! I didn't mean to do that. How do you tilt? That's a good question. I don't know. All I know is that when the cockroach ends up running into these boxes, it just causes them to tilt, and it's really weird. The problem is I only have one left, and I don't know where he went. Hello? Bugs are weird. They can tilt boxes. They're pretty strong. I think there are some down there, but they wouldn't be able to get up here. I mean, unless bugs can use ladders now. You wanna know something I didn't figure out until, like, recently because someone told me about it? Cockroaches can fly. And that's a thought I didn't think I needed to hear. Not that I'm particularly afraid of bugs, I just didn't know they could fly, and quite frankly, I don't know if they should be allowed to have that ability. I'm beginning to think we're taking too long on this one. The problem is it would take 2 whole jumps to... Actually, it wouldn't take 2 to do this. Because I could jump and launch myself straight up with a grenade and save it. That, and I think a crouch jump in Half-Life Source is high enough to get on top of this. So I think it's crawled under the door. That's what happened. There it is. That is so weird. I don't think that does much for me, though. Because it's still too steep. I have successfully flipped the crate over. Oops. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go through and just launch myself with this one. Or actually, I think I can just use a crouch jump and it would probably still do it. Yeah. And then you can just grab the ladder, so it's not like it matters. Well, until I can figure out how to get that... Now it just looks like it's on the wall. Until I can figure out how to get that to work with the... me using grenades against the top, I don't think I'll be able to skip things like that. Now with this... First off, I can actually show this. See, my head will clip through things, and it looks very weird. But this turret's gonna end up trying to shoot at my face instead of my body, so it can't hit me. Which is very weird, and I don't know why it does that. Now, yeah, I think there's one box missing in this room. Now, originally, the whole reason I figured out about the rolling crate glitch thing was because I was in this room doing this, and I was... No, it's only 3 as of now. There are only 3. We have the one in the window, the one that I used to get up here, and then the one in Unforeseen Consequences right at the start. Because see, what I was doing when I was trying to figure out the rolling crate glitch, or I figured it out when I was doing this, because these cockroaches ran under these boxes while I was moving them. I was trying to get up there, because I was low on health and knew I needed to do more grenade jumps and stuff. Of course, now I don't need the health because I'm full, but... It was a wee bit odd, and it threw me off at the time. Whoa, hi. Okay. He's gone. I don't actually know what the worst offender for this is going to be, though. Like, which chapter has the most. If I had to guess, probably some of the Zen chapters. Because Zen has a lot of that. So... I know that taking that shortcut wouldn't do much for me, because going up there
they not? Oh. Hi. Well, that's a concern. I was thrown off. Thought you used to get in there. No. Do I have a Discord? Yes, I do. I think I had it on YouTube once and then just stopped linking it for a while for some reason. No, because I used to have like a server that I had for just friends and stuff, and I made the link public because screw it, more friends, I guess. Because everyone knows when you're not social, the internet is. What? I don't know if anyone else saw what I did, but I just.
Warning. Vital signs
I'm
critical.
confused. I saw the, okay, hang on. Is the difficulty actually... No, it is on hard. That explains it. I'm used to these things dying in one shotgun blast. That would explain why it's throwing me off. I forgot to change it back after that. That, and I'm also trying to be fast, and I'm being reckless. Ugh. But yeah, I threw a grenade and I saw the freaking Vortigaunt just like dancing on it. Like, what? Get rid of the head crabs up there. The ragdolls, they always get me. Wait, is it based on save? It is. Okay. I need to make sure that's set to normal. I'm not used to playing on hard. For some reason, for the longest time, the game would refuse to set itself to anything other than easy. Like, I would set it to normal, and then leave it, and then play a little bit, and look back, and it was on easy again, and I never knew why I did that. Can I drop a link? I can have my actual freaking, I can have my actual Discord code somewhere. I will have to... You know what? I have a link to my Steam profile on my main channel, I'm fairly certain. So if you use that, probably do it there. That way I don't have to tab out and... I don't have to tab out and possibly break something. Plus, I don't actually have Discord open right now. Mainly to save resources, because, haha, funny laptop over. It's tied to your save files. It probably is. And that's probably what I was forgetting about. But it's weird, though, because when I was doing it before, I wasn't even loading saves or anything. I was just going through the game normally, and for some reason, it was just setting it back to easy, and I wasn't sure why. We off for a while? Oh, other source shenanigans, though, that are worth talking about. So, I don't know why I just thought about this. This isn't your main channel? No, this is. I only have one channel. And I upload basically whatever I just do up here with, like, no schedule whatsoever, because I am not used to it yet. Like, it's not to say I'm entirely new to this, whole thing, but I've never had a consistent schedule for many a factor, or for many a reason. Nice. I'll look at that when I get the chance. Okay, now comes this vent. This is the vent that I use for the stream thumbnail. How the hell would I get up into this? Wait, no. Oh, that's an awful idea.
There's no way that would launch me far enough, though. Does this break this? Okay, so that does break that. So... Oh! I'm sorry. What was your name? That's not Slick. That's not Einstein. That's the other one. Glasses. Walter. Maybe. I think that's his name. Oh boy, this is
The containment system has been...
Got it. That does give me upward force. The question is, can I make it work? I don't think I can from there. Problem is, I think it's the only way I can launch myself this way. So I'd need it to break this and then fall down slightly. So I can't throw it too early. But I also can't do it too late. Also, I don't know if the giving system works the same way in this game, but a more recent fact I figured out was in TF2 that explosion giving only occurs if you take 100 or more damage, and that's what causes your death. Otherwise, you just ragdoll. So I wonder if the same thing is happening here, and that's why this guy's ragdolling sometimes. Well, that doesn't help. You know, that pushes me up, but I don't know if I'll be able to actually go across that far. I mean, the only other way I could think of getting there is from there, but I don't know, because I'd have to be airborne. So that would be a bit weird.
The dimensional breach is definitely
Wait. I'm thinking back to something, actually. There was a video I saw. And I don't know if this actually works. They do launch you! Do it. Do the thing. That's not how you do it. Well, shoot. So I guess if I'm standing and then I crouch right... That... No! Don't focus on him. Look at me. Is there sight? Okay, yeah. Hey, you. Come here. Do the funny. Wow, okay. Yeah, you could definitely do that. I remember seeing a video of someone doing that. What? Now I want to go see if I can actually pull it off. But also, these things do a lot of damage. I have to move sideways slightly. No, come here. No. Because, see, I think I'm hitting that tiny little lip there that's on the side of the vent. I mean, either that or their, height that they're throwing me at isn't consistent. And I could end up going up a lot higher. I can land on it. That doesn't appear to do much for me, though. What? No. I wouldn't be able to survive that if I used a grenade to get an extra boost, I don't think. Sir? Sir? Oh, hey, that works. Thank you. You know, Freeman's mind made me think, right? How bad do you think that would screw your hearing if you fired a gun in an air vent like that? I think I just, like, killed Gordon's eardrums entirely by doing that, realistically. Like, I'm fairly certain you're not hearing anymore after that one. Oh yeah, I can't jump off of ladders. Huh, you know, that actually poses an issue here. Oh no, I didn't mean to load that. Was there an autosave? There wasn't. Oh shoot. Do the funny launch. Oh, darn. Ah, push me back. Did you just forget I existed? There we go. Hey, I got it on the first one. I guess the height might be slightly random. Short answer would be very bad. Yeah, I could see why. Because you gotta figure, it would... There's nowhere else for the sound to go, and it would be really freaking loud in here. Okay, so you can get up there. I feel like this barnacle is necessary. Maybe you could grab me. Oh, I see an issue. Huh. How would you... Figured there's got to be some sort of thing I'm missing here, yeah? But I think the only way I'm going to be able to get through this is using a grenade to boost myself over there from here. So I'd have to hope that 30 suit is enough. Oh! Well, that No. No. You can't just walk up this! Huh, I forgot about that. And there's not really any area I can boost myself off of because I have 38 health. I think I might have to give up on this one too, because there's not much I can do here. So unfortunately, that puts the current number at 4 as of now. With 3 of them being an office complex. And 1 of them being an unforeseen consequences. I do wonder if there's any hope for any of the ones that I had to pull off. I know 2 of them definitely, because I've done it before without them, but I'm not sure how I did. And then you've got the ones in... Made sure I didn't shoot the guy. You've got the jump in unforeseen consequences where, like, I have no idea what I can do there. I got some sort of force applied to me there. I'm not sure what that was. Okay, you can't actually break that. Unfortunate, because I would have really liked that stuff, but... Can you make this? Oh. You'd have to grenade jump. You wouldn't have hope of making that. And I'm fairly certain that this is not breakable. Just could try blowing it up, but I don't think this is breakable. Yeah, this doesn't break. Okay, well... What the hell is that? Texture's doing weird. There's G-Man in here. Can you help me out? Oh, Discord light mode. Okay, well... Yeah, no, I think this one... Okay, so this one you definitely could save. There's no question here that you could do a grenade hop or, like, use a grenade to boost you across. I just don't have the health for it. So, for this particular run, I'm still going to count it because it's one that I'm doing, but just know that that one is realistically very skippable.
Much longer.
I mean, unless we don't want to count that because we know for a fact it could be skipped. I just don't have the health, but... Then again, is there enough health to get up to this point and do that? Oh, yeah! You want to see another weird quirk of Half-Life Source? If you're standing on the very top of a ladder and you jump, you just go. And it... I'm not sure why. The game's weird. Oh, shoot. Can you even pull off the skip of unforeseen consequences in this? Or we've got hostiles?
Open the silo door! They're coming for us! It's our only mark! Oh my god, we're doomed!
Yes! Yes, you can! What?
Well, so much for the
So you don't even need any fur! We've got hostiles. 0 jumps. There's no point because you can just skip the entire chapter.
With the transit system out, I couldn't tell you how to get there. But there's an old decommissioned rail.
I guess the skip is a lot easier to pull off in Half-Life Source, huh? In the Gold Source version, I always had an issue with that door closing behind me and causing problems. So I'd, like, never be able to get back. Because the door would still technically be locked, because, you know, you weren't supposed to go to that point yet. Oh yeah, maybe I should make, like, a new counter for Blast Pit to count this. That way, we can actually see what, we've got. Whee! So, the way I end up speedrunning this part when I do it is I actually just stay on this thing and let it launch me, and as it stands, I don't know if there's any way to, not jump here, so I think I have to do that. But the problem is, how do I get out of this, right? Like, oh. The game treats it as though I'm swimming. Okay, that's helpful. Problem is, I'm gonna die. So that might actually still be possible. I would just take a bit of damage doing that. If I'm quick, I can minimize that damage. Because, like, there's no way you can get up onto that ledge there, as far as I'm aware.
Radiation levels.
Come on, pop me out. Okay, so can't get to that. So that poses the problem with that plan. So what about choosing not to go down with the ship? Or whatever you want to call this. If I choose to jump off as to not be flung, what happens? Oh, whoa, it still flung me, what? Don't break my crates. I can't get up on top of that, and I really want to. No. I know, you can do this. What I'm doing probably looks weird, I'm aware. Oop. I'm trying to get up on top of this crate so I can just try and grenade myself to the other side, but... No, I had it! There we go. I don't know if I could survive my own grenades, though. Hey! I did it!
Vital signs critical.
Been like almost dead, but you know. Okay, this has slanted surfaces in it. Like, yeah, like that's easy. This you can just crouch across.
Power 15%. Power
As much as I would like those goodies over there, I don't think I can get over there without jumping also. Might just have to go up. Last pass. Oh, it says I've dropped 39 frames. That might have something to do with the artifacting that was also seen earlier. So. Also, this is the first time I've ever done a scheduled stream. So Eric in particular, you would know. I actually did it scheduled. I didn't actually notify people. I don't know if it did, because it's supposed to do it like 30 minutes before, but I wasn't actually sure how it worked. Because I've never done this before. I just realized I've made a mistake. I can destroy this one, but I can't destroy the rest. I actually prefer to stream over making the actual videos, mainly because it's just more casual. That, and I'm not actually sure, like... Well, I mean, I guess me being stupid is just a part of these as well, but I'm not sure how much... or how well received me being a dumbass is normally. I mean, apparently pretty well, though, because those seem to do quite well. So... I don't know. But that's mostly how I end up doing stuff, is I just keep OBS open, replay buffer it, and, you know, capture the funny stuff. Now that I have new editing software, I've got, like, a lot more opportunity. As, you all probably could see when I, edited the most recent video. It was a lot... There's a lot of stuff that I did there that I wasn't able to do before, like having multiple texts on screen and stuff. At once, there was,
Over here! Eat lead, you outer space octopus!
I had multiple texts on screen at once. There were a couple weird things so I could, like, track the video and, like, do, like, transforming and stuff. That wasn't possible because the software I was using before was very, Okay, well, to be fair, it's probably not the worst option you could have used. However... calling it anywhere close to good might be giving it too much credit. It was okay, but for my purposes, it was never that great. And it always seemed like there were issues with the final, like, products that I was always upset with. The way they looked. He faces the floor. The way the editing, like, process went with that, especially with how often it broke. Like, yeah, I was using something that was admittedly very glitchy, but oh my goodness, with that thing breaking, it was awful. It was like, I guess the best way to describe it was that, like, every now and then you would get so many problems that would occur that were just absurd and something that I shouldn't have to deal with. Like, for example, I would insert a clip and it would go just fine. I could go through it and it would look right. And then I would go and, like, insert another clip completely unrelated, and then that one breaks for no reason. So I try to fix it, but in fixing it, the entire program crashed, and the project file corrupted itself somehow, despite me doing nothing to cause that, other than putting in a couple of clips. It was a mess, and quite frankly, I'm glad I don't have to deal with it anymore. I mean, to be fair though, it was free, so like that was like the only thing I could do at the time, because I couldn't afford any of the high-end stuff. Like Vegas is like a dream sort of editing software to have, but I know I'll never be able to afford that one ever, because I just don't have the money for that. Like, I've got more important things I have to spend that on first, even when I do get money. For example, I'm like $1,000 off of getting a new computer that can actually run shit. Like, yeah, this one's good, but as you can see, the only thing I can stream smoothly is like halfway. Although I was gonna try Risk of Rain 2, actually. The only thing I was concerned about is that, I burnt myself out hard on Risk of Rain 2, so I don't think I could do that for a while. I really wanted to stream Team Fortress 2, right? Because I play a lot of TF2, but that game just does not play well with OBS. It's like, I can record Gary's mod in full 1080p, 60 frames per second, just fine. But, like, even with all my add-ons, I must have like 400 or so add-ons total if you include the maps and stuff. If not, I think it's 300 or so, which is still a lot. But whenever I play with... Oh, shoot. Forgot that I need to be quiet with these things. Whenever I'm playing Team Fortress 2, I can't, like... Ow. I can't record it, like, at all. Unless I am in an empty server. And I don't know why. I think TF2 needs a bit more optimization, though, if I'm being honest. Of course, according to a lot of people, TF2 needs a lot of things, but... You know what's funny is I was actually debating making a video on that. Oh. At some point. Oh, I didn't want to go here. Just, you know, talking about TF2 and balance changes and stuff. Stuff that I've, like, discussed with friends and pitching out multiple ideas for things. But I'm also not sure how well that would go over, or if anyone would even see it, because I might as well not exist. Like, nobody knows I exist. Like, come on. Other than, like, the 53 people who... Oh, right, I tried to jump when I went through here and realized my mistake immediately. Other than, like, the 53 people who, for some reason, decided they like me. Which is really cool. But I'm just not used to it, I guess. Not that I'm complaining, you know, because this is something I like doing. At least I try to be entertaining. Do I succeed at it? Well, I'm not really one to say. Or I'm not really one who can say anything on that matter, because, you know, that's more for other people to decide. But given the fact that over 2 years, I've only reached 53, it's probably need to change a few things in how I do stuff. Oh, I think the best way to do this is to just drop. You know, I want to do more streaming, because I actually find streaming to be more enjoyable. Oh, sometimes. Like, at times like this, I get to do, like, cool little projects like this, but then you have, you know, the funny little clips I get with friends and stuff, and those are nice on their own. I guess each has their own upside, and each have their own downsides. Personally, I feel I'm more fit for actually streaming content. My legs, oh, whoops, than I am, oh, that's not where I want to go. For, like, I feel like I'm more fit with streaming content, because I happen to like that more. I feel I'm more comfortable doing that than I am, like, editing stuff. Especially because, like, when I do edits, I never know how good they are. I just kind of have to hope that people somehow manage to find this video that I've just made, which is entirely based on them searching for it, because there's no way YouTube's recommending these things. And then I have to see the feedback,
Major fracture
For that.
detected.
which I'm hoping, because I haven't, YouTube removed the dislikes recently, yeah? And I haven't actually stopped seeing them on other people's things. So I'm not sure why I haven't, like, stopped seeing them yet. I'm not exactly sure what the whole deal is. What I do know is that, better let creators still see them at the very least. Because, that stuff's helpful. Because if you stop creators from even getting feedback, like, then you've screwed up. Although, honestly, given YouTube's little track record, I wouldn't be very surprised if they managed to break it like that. Honestly, all I'm asking is that I'm able to see feedback on my stuff. I mean, not being able to see dislikes on other videos is awful. Like, there's no reason that that decision should be made, because, like, it doesn't do much. I mean, yeah, sure. It discourages things like dislike bombing things because, you know, you don't actually get to see the effect, but at the same time, feedback for things is valuable. Especially when you consider, like, some people will be looking for the right tutorial for things, as an example that a lot of people use. And how do we know it's not a Rickroll? You know, we can't just use that. Of course, then again, those are probably still get liked. Because, you know, funny internet news. I'm sorry I'm going on a tangent about YouTube now. Nah. I don't really know what else to say. So far, Blast Pit has been jump-free. It's actually quite nice. I mean, I can't really vouch for how well it's going to be in a moment because we still have to go through the last part, but honestly, I think fingers crossed, we'll get 0 on this one. That's pretty cool. Man, part of me wants to do this with Black Mesa, but I know you couldn't do it with Black Mesa. I mean, you could probably minimize jumps. Excuse me. But there's no way you could do it in 0. Granted, as you've seen here, it's not like we could do this in 0 either. So. You know. Alright, I think we're gonna make it to power up, and then we'll stop. Another thing I actually really wanted to stream was Minecraft. Honestly, I haven't seriously played... anyone who's seen Zach Learns About New Minecraft. That video was released a while ago, and honestly, I didn't learn a lot other than, you know, texture changes and maybe like a couple of new blocks. I haven't even seen the new Nether yet, but I haven't... Because, like, okay, so I never got past 1.12. I played a little bit of 1.13, I guess. But I was like, I have a modded run that I was doing in 1.12, and then one thing led to another. I stopped playing the game for a while, went back to modded because Galactic Craft is awesome. And then, you know, I just never really experienced anything past 1.12, so I thought it might be interesting to stream Minecraft and have people see well, that sucks. What I was gonna say is it would be cool for me to actually, you know, stream Minecraft and have people see, like, it's gonna be like almost an entirely like novel experience for me because there's been so much added. I'm mostly just waiting for 1.18 to play again though, because Caves and Cliffs sounds like it's going to be awesome. As someone who loves mountain generation in Minecraft and also thinks the underground needed an update, it appeals to me greatly. So I think it would be cool to stream it. Don't know how I would. Especially with internet data caps just existing. Granted, I guess if enough people wanted it, I could easily find a way to make it work. I could make a schedule. I could do 2 hours per day of that schedule. And probably make it function, right? How would I go about this? Maybe I could, like, curve around here. Right? But the problem is you can't, like, airstrafe in that tight of a circle. You definitely have to start back with this early. Yeah. Don't do what I do. Don't hold W in the air. Not good for you. Okay. I can just bounce off the side of this, surely. I need to get over to that ladder, and it's proving to be a problem. Part of me wonders if this is more interesting or more boring than normal Half-Life would have been. Because, you know, it's pretty cool to be able to... That texture's a bug, I think, actually. That doesn't look right. Don't think I've ever noticed that doing this before. But then again, I don't play Half-Life Source that much. Oh! I need to remember I can't be holding W in the air. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. Part of me wonders if I just have to go the good old grenade route and just boost myself up. I think that's all I gotta do. Though at that point I might as well just boost myself across. Or at least attempt to. Can I make that? Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't even think I can, actually. I think I have to go up. Although, actually, I might have to start up there and then... Yeah, okay. We'll get there eventually. Wow! I, wasn't expecting to hit the side there, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've done that before. I think that's a new one. Can't you, like, just do this to charge both at once, sort of thing? I don't know. I remember that some people do that. I don't know if it's actually faster, though. Oh, way too early. There we go. Oh, it just goes forward regardless. Okay. And then this, we could just shoot up over the side. Ah!
Fracture detected.
Okay. So yeah, blast pit's got none. Alright.
Mister, you can get the power on. That train will take us straight to the surface. I would try it myself, but it's a long way down to the generator room, and there are things in the way.
Well. All in all, we got, what? 4 in Office Complex and 1 in Unforeseen Consequences. So honestly, I think we're doing pretty well with this. So, that was trying not to jump. I'm going to continue this at some point because I find this to be a fun concept. Do I know if this game is completely possible without jumping? Absolutely no idea. But I'm going to at least put in my personal best for it. That being, of course, the minimum amount of jumps I took. I remember calculating way back when how many jumps you need for an average run. You know, excluding people bunny hopping around constantly. So I would have to go back and figure that out if I wanted to get, like, a baseline for it, but I'll probably look it up for next time. In any case, for now, I think that's it. We'll continue this at some other point, and hopefully we can keep a relatively low streak with these. We have chapters as successful as Blast Pit. I don't know why the pause was there. I'm awkward. In any case, I will see all of you next time I do this.